channel. I am Daisy X Machina, the drag queen detective that investigates all things speculative in science fiction, fantasy, and horror. And this is a Get Ready With Me where I get into drag to film a video later today. And we have Lynette. Yay. Thank you for coming. And Frank and Lori. What a great team. So, as usual, how is everyone's reading going? Um, I I did a middle grade book, Midnight on Fear Street. Oh gosh, I forgot the name of it. It was a good middle grade book, but then I finally started my Shelve It or Shove It pick, um, The Foxwife, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm like halfway through, and it alternates between this old man, well, old being like a man in his 60s, is a detective in China during, I think it's like the turn of last century, and this woman who's a foxwife or a fox woman who looks young but is older. So it's kind of neat, I think, having older, especially the man, protagonist. And there's a mystery. It's very well written. Um, it's a good book. It's a really good read so far. Anyway, and Moody is here. Hey, Mooney, thank you for joining. In a bit of a slump after reading the competition books. What are the competition books? Mooney's dog said hi. Okay. So last week I didn't do a live stream because some friends came over and we went to see Madonna. And it was a great concert. We didn't have the greatest seats because like some of the beams or whatever blocked the screen that they were like projecting with the show from the Madonna show. And you could watch her. She's like a little tiny figure on stage. My friend Jeremy, who was with us, observed that everything, and they had Bob the drag queen as one of the like MC hosts, um, which was fun. But my friend Jeremy observed that Madonna was great until she tried to ad lib. And you could kind of tell that Madonna, she is so unrelatable to her success and wealth and whatever, but she feels like she is relatable. And she's kind of, you could tell maybe as a mean girl if you met that type in high school or whatever. There was this one part of the show where this woman was holding up a sign that said something like Madonna is my hero and saved me for whatever. And Madonna like read the sign and then she went to like shake the woman's hand. She goes, "Let me shake your hand. Get closer, get closer. No, I'll lean forward." And then after she like leans forward and shakes the hand, she goes, "Well, I had to do all the work as usual." It's like, what? What are you saying, Madonna? Anyway, all the work to shake the hand. But anyway, it was a good concert. And then I think the same group is going to see Mariah Carey next month in Vegas. So here we go. I judge part of the booktube prize. They always need judges, folks, to sign up next year. Well, I would only judge. I wish I knew more about the booktube prize. I would actually cover it if I knew more about it on my channel. But of course, I'd only want to do speculative. And I don't know. I'm if I have to read like however many 5 books that I wasn't planning on reading, I don't know if I would like that, but I guess it would depend. Put a link up, Lori, about the BookTube prize. Oh, Ken Follett. Mooney was sick. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, the tickets did cost a lot. I don't remember because we bought them a few months back. I think they were like 300 each, something like that. So yeah, and they weren't great seats. But some of the good seats are like $1,000. I can't see paying that. Maybe if I was super wealthy, but for my income, I can't see paying $1,000 for a ticket. Finished The White Ship by Charles Spencer, which is about the sinking of a ship in 1120. 300 people on board, one survivor, 3 children of Henry the First drowned. Wow. Wow, I have not heard of that. Met a singer that I've loved since I was a child and had a small. Oh, that's cool. It's very cool. Okay, they do nonfiction, literary fiction. Yeah, I don't think I would sign up for that one, Lori. Finished The Dark by Emma Houghton. Closed circle mystery set in Antarctica, written first person, and she was a very annoying character, 3 out of 5. Okay. So let's get started on some makeup. I want to do a purpley look, but I think I want to do this pink purple down here. But I'll start with a dark, let's see. Okay, I'm going to start with a dark purple. Great. Okay. Oh, I did watch. I think Lynette, you said you were going to watch Shogun, and I like it so far. The miniseries based on the book by James Clavel. Okay, I'm gonna I'm trying to do a big round cut crease, so we'll see. I wish I remembered more of the what 80s version of Shogun that was with Richard Chamberlain. My husband Dennis remembers being scared when he watched that version because of how they treated the Christians or Catholics. Because he was raised Catholic. And the video I'm going to film today is going to be I guess, kind of a review of the Avatar, the Airbender television series on Netflix because I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and so I can't really understand why so many reviewers, especially on YouTube, seem to hate it. It's like there's really, you look up the video reviews of it, and they are just all so negative, which makes me second guess myself, was this really a bad movie that I'd liked? Um, so I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes, and the actual professional reviewers are kind of mixed on it. I think it has like a 60% or 69%. But the audience rating is like 75%. So I know there's a lot of people that like it. So I don't know. Up. We see Evie's here. Yay! Glad you just got home. I'm doing great. I almost called you Daisy, Evie. Oh, I saw you on Instagram. You were reading something. Oh, Gormenghast. I find that really hard to read. The Mervyn Peake Gormenghast books. Um, but kudos for you. Might start Truckers. I don't know that one. A bit of humor to cheer me up. Truckers. Is that a Discworld novel? Watch the first 3 episodes of Shogun. Excellent. I don't like this Blackthorn as much as... That's it. I think you're right. Yeah, I think Richard Chamberlain, you just hit something. That's what was sort of, I was like disconnecting with this show a little bit because I remember, even though I don't remember that much about Shogun, I remember really liking Chamberlain. And yeah, maybe it's the actor, the charisma. I'm going to start either Beaverland about the animal and its effects on the U.S. and Master, Slave, Husband, Wife. Going very slowly, trying to take care of 80-year-old, 90-year-old. Book on your TBR list called Eager Beaver about beavers. Wilma is here. Hey, Wilma, thank you for joining us. Hey, Wilma, I have your little, if you're still here, the little Saints and Sinners palette. I really like this, except for the the greens. I can't use the greens because of green screen, but been using the others. I need 150% of my brain. Okay, there we go, to read Peaks prose. Yeah, I don't think he's that accessible, Mervyn Peaks, Gormenghast. So since Wilm is here, I will mention I am I am watching Drag Race, the American Drag Race version this year, which I took a long break from. And by long break, I just mean like 1 year. But there's just so many drag race shows. I just got a little bit burnt out. Green screen, yeah. Yeah, if you like green makeup, you can't use green screen. Although there is a blue screen too, but then you can't use blue. Can't be worse than, I've never read Thomas Pynchon. Gravity's Rainbow. Is that the one with Werner Vinge? Taking time off reviewing Drag Race. I totally need a break from the shenanigans. Yes, seriously. I don't blame you. Yeah, I remember that from one of your videos. You're taking a little break. Okay, I'm going to go with this bright, this one. Oh, it just looks like the other color, doesn't it? Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with green screen. I just always like doing different backgrounds and okay, it all looks like one shade. So I'm going to do some blue. I gave Wilma one of my books by Patrick Dennis. I don't know if anyone's read Little Me. Hilarious book, but I think it was published, what, in the 60s or maybe late 50s. But it's almost all, not all, but half of it are these photographs that taken just for the book. And you could tell the people are just having a lot of fun making the pictures. Oh, anyway, so yeah, let me know if you've seen Avatar, the live action on Netflix, um, and if you enjoyed it. Because I was feeling a little bit gaslit by all the negative reviews, thinking, okay, maybe I just have no taste, which is probably true. But why am I enjoying it so much? And everyone else hates it. Okay. So I'm going to go in with some white to blend these out. Oh, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay. And now I want to just put a little bit of black in. Oh, what palette? Okay, these are called the Pinky Rose palettes, and I really like them. They're a Latina-owned, operated makeup company, and I think they have some of the best, for me, the best colored palettes, and they're very reasonably priced. Very reasonably priced, but if you can, this is their Luscious Plum palette, and this is the Bright Lights, and this is Exotic Peacock. But yeah, they're my favorite palettes. I keep going back and back to it. It could kill you if you try to read it, Lori. What are you talking about, Frank? Oh, Gravity's Rainbow? I'm getting too old to read difficult books. I hear you. Old age pension. Most people don't even use 10%. I feel like I'm getting too old too, but I still have to work. Little me. Oh, great. Well, we love Little Me. Uh, got yourself some nice gifts. Way to go, Lori, and congratulations. I'm rereading Ship of Magic. I love the Elderling series by Robin Hobb. I currently am reading Foxwife, which I really like. It's set in China and turn of last century. It flip-flops between a detective who's an older man in his 60s and this woman who is a fox, this foxwife woman. Really impressed with the book. I should look up who the author is. And it's actually my first Shelve It or Shove It book that I liked. It's by Yang-Shi Chu. Okay. Evie reads mostly fantasy. Not true. She reads science fiction. We all read what we're drawn to. Yeah, that's true. Love Pinky Rose. Yes, love that company. I think I got this from a recommendation watching another video by another drag queen named Luscious Massacre, who's one of the best makeup artists ever. I've seen it's a movie in 3D. My friend hated it, but I love the little details. Okay, you're one of the only people I know who liked that Avatar movie, because I remember watching it, also saw it on 3D, and I thought it was so dark I could barely see what was going on. It was just too dark and confusing, and I was a fan of the animation. So I don't know, mostly fantasy. Okay. See you, Lori. Thank you for dropping. Night Tiger and Ghost Bride by that author. I really need to read them. Yeah, this is the first book I've ever read by Yang-Shi Chu. I don't believe so. I think she's American born. I think it's English. I don't know. I shouldn't say too much. I'm sure it's not a translation, but I don't know enough of her biography to say anything. Okay, I want to put in some black. And black, of course, is the sugar pill. I always use sugar pill for the black and white. And I got some of these other colors that I just don't use. But okay. So the black I'm using is just to define or to give more of a ombre illusion. I guess it's not an illusion, but okay. And I think I'm going to outline my eyeliner before I do anything. There we go. She writes in English. And she lives in Canada. Oh, I didn't know that. Was she American born or is she an immigrant? I don't know. I think I just, this is like relatively new, but it feels like it's running out of. Dang it. Okay, so what am I going to cut my crease with? I think I'm just going to go with purple. We're just going to do it all purple. This. I use these Beauty Creations color primers. So they come in different colors, but they're like a dupe for the Pia Louise, and they're not nearly as expensive. They're pretty cheap, in fact. Okay. It's like I have a lot of brushes, but just, there we go. Plan to read Janice Ian's autobiography. Follow her on Facebook. I don't know her. At 17, my funeral. I've never chosen for basketball either. She's still into social justice, especially gay rights. Yay. Okay. Yeah, I used to be obsessed with Patrick Dennis, the writer of Anti-Mame. And I liked some of his other books like Little Me, but also he wrote like Paradise. He's wrote a couple books, but apparently his type of storytelling got out of fashion, and he he gave up writing to become a butler. He has a really strange story. He became a butler for a like wealthy families, like the Coca-Cola family. And I've never read the biography, but I bet the biography of Patrick Dennis is really fascinating because he's had such a uh, bizarre life. And apparently, the families that he was a butler for uh, had no idea he was a famous writer. And he was bisexual, I believe. He might have been gay, um, but at a time where was difficult to be out. Oh, I finally joined the Las Vegas library because I am spending too much on books, even though I've always maintained that I like purchasing books for to support the authors, and I'll still be doing that. But for like all the middle grade books I read, I think the library's good. But I've one of the reasons I wanted to do the library was because of you can do ebooks, but you can't do it on a Kindle Paperwhite, which is really annoying. So I don't know if I have to get another. I don't want to read it on my phone. I think that's the greatest way to read books, but I'm not crazy about having to get another iPad or something. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to go in. Well, hopefully the eyelashes will fix this because it's looking a little wonky. But it's just okay. We're going to go in with the stuff that Wilma gave me, the topper to. Actually, before I do that, let me. Do a little bit of white. Okay. I really like the putty consistency. Okay. Just putting some black into. Okay. And let's just put a little bit of chunky glitter on. I know this part is really uninteresting, but Okay. There are worse jobs than butler. Well, I mean, he chose it because he loved doing it. I don't know. Chose it basketball, netball, dodgeball. I remember dodgeball from middle school or elementary school. Hated playing hockey. I'll never play. I can't ice skate or roller skate. You know, put wheels on my feet or anything but shoes and I fall down. Do they have a good one? A good what? Okay, sorry I've been missing a bit what we're talking about. Be hard to hit the puck or whatever on grass with those sticks. Oh, lacrosse? Is that the Yeah, I do like purple. Like purple a lot. Watching episodes of Air Crash Investigations. I don't know that. Gimli glider. So I guess they're like forensically investigating air crashes. I love flying, but I hate airports, especially nowadays. Oh, yeah, since 9/11. Exactly. Exactly. Love it. Hey, thank you for joining us. Pixie, whatever your name is, thank you for joining me. Okay, so yes, we're doing this purple look. Um, so now it's time to go in with chroma cake, which is basically just black face paint. But this is MAC chroma cake, which is water activated black pigment. So talking about air crashes, I lived near some major air crash of this plane that landed in a field. I want to say a couple blocks away from my house, but it was in, I don't know, someone could look this up, I guess. It was in Walkersville, Maryland. It's a very small town in Frederick County, Maryland. Um, and it was either late 70s or early 80s. It's probably in the 70s. No, I think it was in the 80s. But that was the most excitement little Walkersville had in a long, long time. I remember the school bus would pass the crash site, and we'd all be rubbernecking to look out to see if we could see anything, because of course there's a lot of, mm, I guess, government trucks or whatever. The good old days when catching a plane was as easy as catching a bus. I do not remember those old days, but maybe they should never have deregulated airlines here. A lot of people believe that. But yeah, 9/11 really changed everything. Always thought it was fun when we used to go to Puerto Vallarta a lot. You you'd fly into the airport, and instead of having the tube that comes out and then you just walk out of the door, they had the ramp where you had to walk down the ramps, and they would open up both ends of the airplane so you could walk out either side. And I also remember being able to smoke in airplanes back when I used to smoke in the 80s. I think that was like the last time. Looked it up, Daisy. 1981, 21 people killed. There you go. I mean, my memory is really fuzzy because I just, talking to you just made me think about it. But I thought it was a really big plane. Okay, so I'm just going to do purple under eye. I was just going to say, maybe I should do a different color. But probably not. Could certainly smoke in planes in the 70s. Yeah. Like I said, I remember it in the 80s. And it wasn't throughout, at least at that time, it wasn't through the entire plane. They had like a smoking section and a non-smoking section, but they were only separated by these little drapes. They really didn't do anything. I mean, I guess they did something, but okay, I really should have brushed off this bake a while ago. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of black to sort of try and smoke out. Oops. I think that's it for the eyes. Part skipped. Yeah, I saw the John Oliver report. It's like an HBO show, John Oliver, but he reposted on YouTube all about the planes falling apart. It's really scary. It was a 707. The victims were Air Force members. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's the Walkersville plane crash. They don't even fly 707s anymore. Well, the thing about, and why they were probably Air Force members and why it was a big deal at the time is Maryland is, if you don't know, next to DC, but it's also in the Catoctin Mountains, which is in mid Maryland, is where Camp David is, which is where the base where presidents go for, I guess, secret meetings or whatever. So we would have like government flights fly over towards the Catoctin Camp David area. Okay, so let's, okay, I'm done with the eyes. I can put on a little bit of highlighter. Okay. One guy crashed a plane on the White House lawn. I don't remember that. Wow. The Gimli glider, the duelers put in pounds instead of kilos, so the plane ran out of fuel. Oh no! The pilot had to glide. Only time a 767 has been successfully landed that way. Didn't they recently find Amelia Earhart's plane? They found, I don't think they could confirm it, but there was like they could see on some radar or something, they could see the shape of a ship, and they think it might be, I mean, the shape of a plane, and they think it might be Amelia Earhart's. Okay, so do I want red lips or purple lips? Let me know if you want to see purple or red, but I will outline in black. They had to land on a decommissioned airstrip that had been turned into a drag race step. Okay. I'm surprised if it's hers. That's probably more than one Lockheed Electra at the bottom of the Pacific. I don't know. I remember just seeing a news report. Wonder what happened to Flight 370. It had been 10 years since it disappeared. Heard they have a new theory. Oops. Not any better than the old theories. Have a book to read called Starlight Falling. It's about a plane that disappeared in the Andes in 1947. Oh, and was found in 1998. Okay, well, I need to make an executive decision about the lipstick. I'm going to go with purple. Well, this is purple lipstick, but it looks kind of red. I'm going to put a topper on it. It makes you wonder how long it would have taken for Flight 571 in the Andes if the two survivors had not managed to walk out. Rugby team, not soccer team. Aren't they the same? Aren't rugby and soccer the same? I don't know. I'm not a sports guy. Well, yeah, I know Lynette's really into those survivor books. Okay, so I'm going to use my fingers. Okay. I just think I want more pink. I really can't. Okay. I think this is a final look, except for, of course, eyelashes. I should really get a new pair. I've been using these. I get these cheapo Amazon lashes. I don't think I've used these before. Okay, I'm jumping around topics here, but going back to, is Evie still here? But going back to Mervyn Peake and his writing style, I think I saw one edition that had a introduction by Quentin Crisp. And if you haven't read his memoirs, The Naked Civil Servant, he was a flamboyant out gay man in the 40s. And he wrote this no holds barred autobiography that is hilarious. His life was really depressing, but he would still somehow manage to find humor in it. I think it was published in the 60s. And then later in his life, and when he was like in the 70s, 80s, he became a sort of cult personality. And there's movies based on him. Anyway. I don't know if he was friends with Mervyn Peake, but he certainly, but somehow he got the job to do an intro to I think it was Gormenghast. Okay, lashes are on. Excuse me. One of the young men who walked out became a pediatric cardiologist. Wow. Saved lives of hundreds of children. Tony Robinson looks like Frankenstein. Where'd that come from? Yes, I remember Chris on the old David Cavett show. Funny guy, yeah. He was also popular on David Letterman. I thought Tony Robinson was like the motivational speaker. Okay, so let's put on some jewelry. I got this necklace from Temu for, I don't know, $5. Because I'm what? I'm cheap. Oh, man. Oh, I forgot to grab my gloves. Let me lean forward. Okay. So for the wig, I decided to grab my updo. Let me put a little thingy in it. Let me pull the So this is the purple look we have going today. I knew I wanted to do a purple eye look. I didn't realize I was going to do all purple. Maybe next week I'll try to do 2 colors rather than these monochromes. And then some bling. Okay, so today I'm going to do a review of Avatar: The Last Airbender Netflix live action series because apparently I'm the only one that liked the series, which can't be true. It just simply can't be true. But if you look at all the reviews on YouTube, that's what the conclusion you'll come to. Yeah, you don't need to know Tony Robinson, Lynette. Thank you, Visit. Eating up the look. It's a fun wig, huh? Yes, it's by Wigs by Friston, which you can buy on Etsy. It's a little like Buckingham Palace Guards. Yeah, it does look like one of those Beefeater helmets that come up. Purple is my color. Thank you. Okay, guys. I will be back next week. You know what I want to see? I really want to see Dune 2 because I saw Dune 1. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I believe I saw Dune 1 in the theater, and I really want to see Dune 2. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this weekend, but it's a 3-hour movie. 3 hours in a theater, I'm probably going to fall asleep at some point. I don't know why. It just happens. But I don't know. I would kind of like to see it in the theater. So anyway, hope to see you next week. Keep a lookout for the Avatar review. And as usual, may all the books you read be blessed.